we are going to be reviewing Marvel Studios' What If. And like our Bad Batch ranking, we are going to be doing an episode's tier ranking. Oh. Okay. Starting off with episode 1, what if Captain Carter were the first Avenger?
First of all, yeah, I don't like how it said, what if she were the first Avenger? Was is a better word.
In this episode was Captain America the first Avenger, but with Peggy Carter instead.
Yeah, just one character is different. So that's what holds it back a little bit.
So this was a good introduction to showing us how What If is going to work, but it's on the weaker end of the episodes.
Yeah.
Episode 2, what if T'Challa was a Star-Lord? I like this one better than the first one.
Yeah.
More interesting change, and it showed a lot actually changed.
Well, episode 2, it was its own story, so it didn't feel as rushed.
And it was an interesting new story to see how different characters would react with different people, and I thought that change was really cool. But what I think I had to suspend my belief a little too much, like good Thanos, I mean like, come on, are you telling me that in Infinity War, when Thanos comes to Wakanda, if Black Panther was like, no, what if you didn't do that, and instead we gave to the poor? He'd be like, Thanos would be like, you know, that's a good idea. Like, oh, come on. And then also, the reason why Peter Quill was called Star-Lord is because his mom called him Star-Lord.
Yeah, well, what if someone else just called him Star-Lord?
Okay, so this episode goes in that good.
What if Earth lost its mightiest heroes?
I thought this episode was pretty cool because it gave us like familiar situations with the Phase 1 of the MCU, but there were changes in them as everybody died.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
And then we found out that Hank Pym, it was Hank Pym all along. So this is a good. What if Doctor Strange lost his hands instead of his heart? What?
What if he lost his hands instead of his heart? What if Doctor Strange lost his heart instead of his hands? That's how you say it, Will.
I'm sorry. And this episode was awesome.
It was amazing.
Because it was a completely different change on it. It added a lot of new MCU lore, and whereas some of the previous episodes kind of felt like fan fictions, this one felt like a whole new movie. And having evil Doctor Strange versus good Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
And there was a bad ending because, like, not bad, not bad for the story. Like those are like good stories, but like bad for the universe.
Yeah, he destroyed the universe.
This isn't that best.
It also had the best music out of any episode. This is What If Zombies?
Previous episodes, it was like they came up with the change and then they wrote the episode around this. This was like they just wanted to do zombies.
Yeah.
And I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
Just getting to see zombies, and they're able to show how characters would react to the zombie apocalypse, and it had some pretty gory stuff in it, and if it was live action, this would probably be rated R. It was just really fun to see, whereas like it didn't make a whole lot of sense. It was fun. Like,
yeah. But one nitpick.
What?
There weren't any Infinity Stones in Wakanda if Vision wasn't in Wakanda. So why did Thanos go there?
I don't know, but you gotta see zombie Thanos. This goes in great.
Great.
What if Killmonger rescued Tony Stark? So this episode, like the first half was like Iron Man but different, and then the second half was like Black Panther but different. We saw Killmonger's plan, which was very similar, but just enacted earlier. What I did like about this episode was seeing how different characters reacted with different people, like seeing Killmonger interact with Tony Stark. But like the whole episode didn't like add up to like a wow.
What if Thor were an only child?
I laughed at it. That was pretty funny, and seeing how, like, because it was just a funny episode where Thor was partying hard. It was just a party on Earth with a bunch of space characters.
But out of all of the episodes that you could make, why do you make this one?
It doesn't make a lot of sense in the MCU canon, like continuity. Like, why is Sur on Earth? It felt overly cartoonish, but it was still fun.
Yeah.
But so I liked watching it, but it didn't really make sense. So it goes in that
bottom tier.
What if Marvel didn't make this?
What if Ultron won?
This was really cool because it showed that this series is more than just like one-off scenarios. This is part of the grander MCU. Having Hawkeye and Black Widow get the spotlight. Hawkeye had a robot arm. They didn't explain that. And he also had an invisibility cloak.
Yeah.
It was cool seeing Ultron like live up to like full potential.
Yeah.
He just killed Thanos.
He killed Thanos like Thanos was just like a block of cheese.
We saw Iron Man die again.
Yay!
It's like the people at Marvel were like, hey, so you know how people love Endgame? Well, they love it, and Iron Man dies in it. So if we kill Iron Man in every episode of What If, they'll love it just as much as Endgame.
For those of you counting at home, that's 5 of 8. That means 3 episodes where he didn't die.
I really like the What If plot. That was really fun to see this and how they came up with the plan to use Arn Zola to stop Ultron. But then it was also cool to see Watcher. Oh yeah, the Star Wars is in Marvel. You see that? That's Mustafar in Marvel.
That's Darth Vader's castle.
And seeing the Watcher fight Ultron was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So this episode is one of that best. What if the Watcher broke his oath? And then this episode delivered on all the finale stuff, where it brought together all of the episodes, plus the episode that we didn't see because
they pushed it back and blamed COVID.
And I know COVID delays would still cause delays in production. COVID feels like the new My Dog Ate My Homework, where you could literally blame anything on COVID.
Yeah.
But I think the real reason why they didn't play that episode is because you could see that Iron Man didn't die in that
And
episode.
they didn't want to break the streak.
They didn't want to break the streak. But they brought together everybody, and we got an epic fight of the Guardians of the Multiverse versus Ultron.
Killmonger became Ultron, then Doctor Strange realized that he had to sacrifice himself, so he went and did the bubble thing.
Except one thing that didn't make sense is if the Watcher can see any reality and apparently pull people from any reality, why the heck did he pick these people? But it felt like a satisfying conclusion, and then they all parted their ways. So this episode goes in great.
They're great.
Okay, hope you liked that ranking of What If.
Yeah.
Share your rankings in the comments below. We want to see them and
Yeah.
talk about them. Well, that's all for us. Please like and subscribe.
Bye.